Hey everyone, I'm Renaud and I'm the head of product at Prismic. Today with the team, we are going to take the time to introduce you to all the new features that we have been shipping in November. It goes from development improvements that are going to be presented by Com, like the support of Next.js, for example, but also a set of improvements in the page building experience, like the support of release, legacy slice, or even some AI-enabled features. And so our goal is not only to present you the new features that we ship, but also to present you the team that is behind it, and also to encourage you to participate. We saw your comments, the fact that you are excited about those improvements, and that you want to, and that you are asking for more is super cool for us. So if you want to participate more on the product, you can just join our research panel that will influence our whole product strategy and the decision that we are taking. So do that by clicking here. In the meantime, I leave you with Com that is going to introduce you all the new cool stuff that we've been shipping in Slice Machine. See you there.
So on the DevTool teams, this month of November was pretty packed because we managed to make progress on 4 different fronts. Starting with our framework integration, so we could manage to add the support of Next.js 14 and the support of previews for Svelte framework. We could also manage to release one of the most requested feature that a lot of you had since the beginning when we launched Slice Machine, which is quite simple but really important for you guys that work with a lot of slices, which is the renaming and deleting of slice variations. So that I'm going to show you how it looks. So let's take one of my slice templates here. And so as you can see, we have now a new design for variations that is way more visible. So you can easily update all screenshots for all your variations just by clicking this 3 dots button and clicking one of these options. So update screenshot, that was already a feature that exists before, but we recently added the ability to rename your variations. So I'm going to start with that. So simple as that. I'm going to rename it to first variation. Boom, rename. So for now, the name will be renamed, but the ID will keep the same, so that in your editor, all documents that will be already using these slice variations will not be overridden by this new name. But I can also delete this variation. Same, just click on the 3 dot button and click delete, and that's it. The variation is now removed locally from my local file system. But then if I want to remove it from my repository also, I still need to go to the changes page and push my new changes. On another front, we continue to improve the onboarding experience for new developers trying Prismic for the first time by doing 2 things. The first one was to keep simplifying the init process. So the command that you have to type in order to install Slice Machine inside a new project. So for that, we removed a few bugs and errors and just simplified the overall workflow. And the second thing is what you see on that screen is this new component that behaves as a sort of in-app guide that is made for helping new developers build simply a first page with Prismic and render it on their local computer in 5 minutes. So it's just simple as that, a few steps, actually 5 steps, and for each of them, a video and a simple instruction. And so we are super excited because we really believe that we'll again enhance our developer onboarding and make sure that any new developer with any skills and experience can have a first success with Prismic. And finally, the team worked on the last topic that will most likely stay with us for the next months, which is the developer collaboration. Our goal in the team is to make sure that the team of developers can have a success with a Prismic project. And so we're starting small with the first iteration, and as everything that we do in Slice Machine, we are iterating step by step on that topic. And I will let you, Angelo, who is a developer in the team, present what we did first.
Hey there. In order to help developers collaborate more closely with each other on their Prismic websites, we're introducing support for environments within Slice Machine. If you're not familiar with what environments are, they're basically multiple instances of your Prismic repository, each with their own set of content and models. This lets developers change the different content models without actually affecting the Prismic website in production. If you look at this example Prismic repository, we have 3 environments set up. So we have one for production, one for general development, and then another development environment specifically for me, Angelo. In Slice Machine, we now have the ability to choose between these environments in the top left corner here. So you can see I currently have the production environment set up, but I can choose between the development and the dev Angelo environment as well. So I'm going to give you a quick demo of what it looks like to make changes within an environment. Right now we have just a page type here, and we're going to add a new slice. So before I do that, because I don't want to affect other developers that are working on the project, I'm going to switch to the dev Angelo environment. And now that that's selected, I'm not going to affect anyone else on the team. So I can go to the page type. I'm going to go ahead and create a new slice. We'll keep it simple. I'm just going to add a text slice with a single text field within it. So if you go into the slice, I'll add a new field, and we'll just call that text as well. We'll go ahead and save that. And now if I look in the changes tab, I can see that we have a change to our page type, as well as adding this new text slice. So I can push these changes. They're only going to be pushed to the dev Angelo environment, and this won't affect production. So I'm going to go ahead and push that. And now that it's actually pushed, I'm going to go ahead and, I would now normally change the code, create the component for it, and make sure everything works properly. And because I have my own environment, I can even create new pages in Prismic and test it against those. So we're not going to do that in this demo, but you could do that. Once everything looks good, however, you'll also want to push these changes over to production. And to do that is also very simple. I'm just going to change back to the production environment in Slice Machine, and then we'll see that the changes are again reflected here because these haven't been pushed to production yet. So that's again the page type and the new slice. So I can click on push changes again, and everything's going to be in production. So this is just the first version of developer collaboration that we're working on. So keep an eye out for any updates that we'll release soon. Thanks.
Hello everyone, it's Guy here from the Page Builder team. Just going to give you another update today on some of the features that we've been working on over the last month. So one of the new features that we've been working on this month is adding the support for releases. So since we launched the Page Builder, you've always been able to publish, and if you click the publish button, it just publishes right away. And it's a bit of a change from the legacy editor in that you had to select publish and then whether you wanted to publish it right away or at a date and time or as part of a release. But we thought particularly if people wanted to publish right away, it's much better UX just to be able to select the button and you're good to go. But for releases, we now have this little calendar. And so you see here, I have create a new release or add to an existing release. So creating the new release, I give it a name, Prismic update. And then I schedule it for a specific date or time. So I might do this one for the 12th of the 12th, 2023, and say I just want it at 12 p.m. I add. And you see now I have planned release, and this version of the document will be published on the specific date and time that I've selected. And obviously if I want to add more documents to that release, that will now be available to me in the releases tab as well. The other feature that we've been working on this month is the support of legacy slices. So legacy slices are slices that were built pre-Slice Machine, and we have the composite slices and the legacy slices as well. And essentially what you can now do in the Page Builder is you can see that they're supported by these cards on the left-hand side here. So you have all the functionality that you have with the shared slices created in Slice Machine. So you have the click to scroll, you have the slice action, so moving them up and down, duplicating and deleting them. And then also you can now add your legacy slices to your page as well. So you'll see within the table, within the slice selector menu, all of the different legacy slices that I have. I can click on one of those, it's added to my page, and I can begin to go and edit that as I would any other slice. And for those users who have been migrating their slices, they'll be able to see them in the table slices alongside their shared slices as well. Unfortunately, with the legacy slices, it doesn't support the live preview or the live render, but you get all the other functionality. So helpful in terms of orienting yourself on the page, and also for some of the quick actions around duplicating, moving things around and all that sort of stuff. Cool, so that's the update for the Page Builder team for this month. I'll pass to Renaud and the AI team.
Hey, So I'm back. And after Gaia, I wanted to take the time to just present you a new cool thing that we introduced in the page builder. It's called prompt to slice, and it allows you to basically draft and to create boilerplate content for a new page in like a matter of minutes. So what I do here by just clicking at the slice is to get a new input in order to prompt the addition of a slice with the AI. And so I'm going to do something like this: introduce November's Prismic Chronicle, presenting our Prismic new features by the product team. What this will do is basically, after the prompt, look at my set of slices in the repo and just like select the most relevant slice. So here it selected the hero and it's generating a set of content based on the prompt that I produced. So this take a few seconds, and then I will see the slice in front of me with the content that I prompted. Since I'm producing a video now, I think this one is fairly relevant, and I'm going to use that specific hero. I can look at the content, basically update it, and then if I want to, add my video when I will have the video uploaded on YouTube. So that's super cool. Now what can I do? I'm gonna say, okay, now presents the feature, presents the improvement. Let's say not the feature to not be too guided, like the support of Next.js that Com presented you in that video, releases and scheduling support in the page builder, and AI enabled feature for Prismic. It's going to repeat and it's going to do exactly the same by just like finding the best slice for the prompt. So here it selected the feature grid. Super cool. That's what I would have chosen if I was in that situation, and just produce content to introduce those features in the page. And I get the different preview. So while those ones are being produced, I think I'm going to select that specific one in order to accelerate the process. And again, new update to boost your productivity. So we are excited to present the recent enhancement we've made to Prismic, Next.14, advanced release and scheduling, new AI-enabled feature. And just because I think it's fairly good as a page, I could have like introduced a set of testimonial. I could have introduced a series of video where it getted, but just for the sake of that demo, introduce a quick call to action for you and for users to actually subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can get updated for the December update. So call to action. This will be guiding the AI, but I could have done it without it to encourage. Let's do it like this, by the way. Encourage users to subscribe to Prismic's YouTube channel to get more updates in December. So I removed the call to action just to show you the power of this. I guess it's going to choose a call to action. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And so you understood based on the prompt, encourage the fact that I want them to subscribe and I want them to basically follow YouTube, follow Prismic on YouTube to get more updates. So get ready for December updates on YouTube. Seems perfect. I'm going to select that. But again, this is just boilerplate content that I can fine tune and update so that it suits better my need. If you like this video, I would encourage you to do exactly what I showed in the page that I created with AI. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll come back in December to present you even more exciting features and improvement for the product. So see you in December. Bye-bye.